This is the Whatever You Say
podcast.
This is the Whatever You Say
podcast.
I don't think it's white folks. I think it's Negroes. I do not think this is white folks. It could be. It could be white folks. But I think it's Negroes. I think a Negro did this.
This is the Whatever You Say podcast.
It's the great Joe Adkins, OKC legend we're talking to here on the Whatever You Say podcast. Got a lab. I ain't going to call it a camp. I'll teach you the whole game. This guy got the game from the great Eddie Sutton, man. He rests in peace. You talked about earlier how, of course you love the game. You're doing your thing overseas, but then the kind of the love or the want to kind of started to wane off a little bit. What was the cause of that, you think?
Well, it wasn't really, I never stopped loving. Like, I love that even now. Like, I love it.
Is it just the getting up training part?
That's the hardest thing once you get older and you get your body get beat up.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
I say those effects now. Like,
right.
If I could play right now, I would.
What's the last time you got out there?
Well, because I've been messing with kids, I get out there now a little more. But
Yeah.
before that, man, it was a while. I mean, as you know, I mean, it's not like I never wanted to stop playing.
Of course.
I just, life, we got to start doing other stuff. So I just don't play as much. But the love I have for it is, it took me a while because we just in a different era, and kids, and I don't want to talk down to you because you don't love it as much as me.
Listen, man. I got a son and a daughter. My daughter likes sports. She watched sports a little bit with me. My son, he's not.
Yeah.
And he did the thing. I did. He's in college now, but I did the whole youth with him and football, basketball, t-ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved it then.
Yeah.
But as these kids
As
get
they get
older,
older,
he kind of like, Dad, it was.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Or they love it. They love it, but they just want to play.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to play. You just want to go to throw the ball out here. No coaching. Just try your Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Try to do Jordan. Beat
Yeah.
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
practice. Like, to me, that's not what that's not what it is.
Right.
Because, see, what you watching is you ain't seeing the work they put in. You just seeing the finished product of them doing that.
Yeah.
So now you think you can just go out there and do it. Man, that man done did that 300,000 times in the last 3 months before he ever got on the court and did that. But you didn't see that part. So now you don't understand that part, so you don't want to do that. You don't realize the reason he can make that shot is because he did it 300,000 times. It ain't because he just decided that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
You want to just decide that's what you want to do because you just seen somebody else do it. Unfortunately, in basketball, it don't happen like that. Now, some things you can be blessed and see it and say, you know what, I'm be able to do that one day and do it. This one, you gotta have that work. The lab is where it's at. It ain't no way to get it without it.
Are you support letting kids play all sports?
Man, I tell parents to let kids play all sports.
Like the singular.
Nah,
training,
I don't
coaching
believe in
stuff?
that. I don't believe in that. Even my kids, that I'm gonna train come to my academy. If they want to play football, I'm never gonna say don't play football.
Yeah.
No, I'm never gonna tell them don't play whatever sport.
I mean, even at some age, though, like I feel like, well, I mean, listen, if you're good at everything, you like to play everything. But like, if you're one of those kind of, blue chippers,
Well, now if you a top 50, 100,
yeah.
you might want to specialize.
Are you now? We talking about mostly you training kind of middle school,
High school.
mostly high school. Okay.
I got some adults though. If they want to jump on that, they need to come get this cardio class. Come get this
Go
fresh
work it out.
cardio class, man. I got you. I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna get you right. They like to go in that gym and lift, man. Go and get this cardio game right. That's where it's at.
That's the other part of it.
Yeah, but it's just they just don't love it, bro.
Yeah.
And it took me a while, and it's just different.
And
I had to understand. I had to really sit back and really understand that bro, it's not the same time. I think the thing I was most disappointed in is that the era where we have this problem, and I hate to say it, I'll say it, I'll just call it, it's my era, the parents. Like, bro, we was not raised like this.
Right.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, as parents, we decided we're going to do everything opposite of what our parents did. Just because we didn't like how we were raised, because we had to do stuff. We had chores, and we had to, you were accountable for things. Like, bro, like, nah, that's really what it has to be. Like, I understand now more in life of why they made me do that than for me to see parents now. And it's nothing wrong. And I know mothers, I like to tease them, boy, they love their babies. And I understand. Boy, they love them. My mama love me. You know what I'm saying? Your mama love, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just so different in how we are raised. And you know, in a lot of ways it should be like that, because I don't want my kids to grow up how I grew up. So I want better for them.
That's what it is. It starts with that statement right there.
Yeah.
As a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we thinking on the material side of it. We're thinking experiences. You know, let me take my baby on a vacation, take my baby on this, and buy my baby that, and cool. Make sure my baby just never have to want for anything, and is always comfortable, and that's cool. We want that.
Yes.
But how do we sprinkle in real life shit also? How do we let the child know that we can't? I mean, listen, if you're financially able to do that, ball all your life if you can. Fine. Do that. But most of us can't, right?
No,
in real life,
not
most
at
of us
all.
can't like that. So at some point, you're going to have to sprinkle in those real life setbacks and those hardships and those heartbreaks.
You have to.
Right? And you got to teach your child how to deal with that also.
You can't save them every time.
Not every time.
There's a time and place to save them. I'm not saying leave them out there and let them fall on their head. Because if they do, let them bang it once, but don't let them catch that second one. You go on, when it bounce up, you go on and catch that thing. Everybody wants their kids to play. I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know what? It's just life. Like, I mean, the kids are basically, man, we went to school with these people. These kids that's doing this crazy stuff, man, we went to school with the parents.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's not even shooting at them sports-wise. It's just like how kids are, what they're doing now. Like, now, we had guns, but we fought. Like, now they don't even fight. It's straight to that heat.
Here's the issue now.
The youngsters, they grew up in, they're being raised with guns. Like, that's what it is. You gotta have, 12-year-old got a gun.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get you a heat.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue now. The parents that we were just talking about, who don't want their kid to go through anything and want their life to be so great, don't want them to experience the things they experience. Those parents are saying, I don't want my child going through a metal detector.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I went to Douglas, we went to John Marshall.
Boy.
Metal detectors was there every day.
Boy, you gotta have a metal detector.
A metal detector didn't affect me.
Yeah.
Like that.
Nothing I had going on.
You know what I'm saying?
It protected me, if anything.
If anything. So I'm just saying, I mean, it's stuff like that. Do we need metal detectors again? Yeah. Looks like it.
Of course.
Act these games too. Looks like it.
I don't know how they did. Who stopped that?
Who stopped? Exactly.
Whoever.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, it was these parents like, well, I don't. That hurts my child. It's going to traumatize my child going through this. Hey, man. It's going to help the situation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everybody in the gymnasium gets helped out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's, it's those folks who were voted or whatever to not have that. Let's get away with that. That's not a good look. And
no doubt, I am not mad at the parents out here loving the hell out of their babies, because I love mine. Right. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is. We do got to show more tough love on them. And it is hard because, like we say, I think we all, you should want your kids to have it better than you.
Yeah.
I think every parent, that's your goal. I mean, your goal as a parent should be to make sure your kids are better than you. So, in doing it, it's just so hard to that it's that thin line, man, to where also, and this is what I tell my parents in the interview I've talked to them, the ones I've talked to already, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm never going to do anything to hurt your child, but I need you to get out the way.
Right.
I need you to get out the way. Like,
how you dealing with a helicopter parent?
If you want to bring some Gatorade or whatever, that's cool. But you're going to have to move. You got to get out the way. Like, I'm not going to do nothing. I ain't on no Bobby. I ain't on none of that. But if you want my time, and this what you want. If you say you want this, then I'm gonna show you how to get there.
So when can we get to the lab, man? When's it kicking off?
Man, I'm gonna kick off next week, man.
Next week?
Next week it's gonna kick off. So you can sign up. You can hit me on my Twitter, Joe835. You can hit me on my Facebook. You can look me up, Joe Adkins. You can hit me, inbox me if you need any information, anything, any social platform. You can find me, Joe835.
Well, Jim, where are we gonna be at?
Man, we're going to use the OAC. We're going to use Woodson. We're going to use this. We're going to have to use a little bit of everywhere because a lot of people do use gyms.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say, I don't know what they doing in there.
Whatever you say.
I ain't, but I mean, you know, that's it.
When last time you rode by the park and there was kids out there?
It ain't none of them. Never. You don't see that?
That don't happen no more.
You don't see that?
That don't happen no more.
You don't see that. No, you definitely won't see that. That's one thing, and that's the thing, that I talk about just from me and from kids. Like, I learned so much from just going out there playing.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you how much I learned.
At least it taught you toughness.
Toughness, and one thing I had to learn how to play organized ball.
Yeah.
That's how much I played at the park.
Yeah.
Cause I stayed on the east side. We used to play. Right across the street of Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
night.
The logo too.
Man, logo, double, no net,
no net,
chain,
yeah.
The double rim bouncing off. If you don't hit that thing, it's
boy, if it ain't
out.
straight in, they ain't got a chance
ain't
in that
coming,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
So
you ain't got a chance.
So by the time it came time to play organized ball in the gym, I had to like learn the rules.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this ain't outside. You can't go jump over niggas' back for the
you
rebound.
can't do none of that. But them, they basically, they learn theirs from the video game.
Right.
And they just literally
play
do it on the video game and go out actually playing with an animation character.
Right.
And think they can actually go out there and do that same exact thing. It's the craziest thought and mind frame I've ever seen. I've never, that is the most blasphemous thought, that you can literally play a game, something you know is not real, and do something and literally go outside and think you can do it.
Think you can make it real.
And make it real, and then be mad if you say something to them.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
You stepping on my dreams.
Man.
You'll never support me.
There you go. But it's like, man.
You support me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just a different era. I mean, because, you look on that game, it do look real. It do look just like Trey. That do look like SGA. Like, it's so man. One time they were showing me the new graphics. I thought it was the real TV. It was the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
It plays with your mind, man.
Oh, man. It's cold out here. Yeah, it's cold out here now.
Get in touch with my man Joe Adkins on all social media platforms. Find out where to get this work and get your child, son, daughter, grown folk, teenager, child, doesn't matter. Get them in there.
Mamas and pops, come get this cardio class while the son getting that workout in.
You working out too? You heavy?
I'm
you
doing
heavy in
with
the health
the
game?
cardio. Yeah, I do it with them, so they know. I ain't gonna ask you to do nothing. That's one thing I don't ask nobody to do nothing I ain't gonna do.
You gotta respect a coach or a trainer like that, man.
Yeah, my kids, I get out there with them. I ain't gonna tell you do nothing I can't do, bro.
No doubt.
No doubt. Real talk.
You bust out 50 push-ups right now.
Man, I would hate it. But I ain't gonna ask them to go 50 because I ain't gonna do 50 though, so they ain't gotta worry about that.
Nah, I feel you. Hey, and you know what? And wouldn't you know it? That's the kicking off of basketball season, right? Just started a few days ago. We about 3 games in.
Yeah, jump shot season. It's jump shot season now. I know, the cold weather coming now. When that cold, it's time to get in that gym. Come on in that gym, get warm.
Time to move in.
Yeah, it's time to move inside.
Man, what you think of this NBA, man? Is it a bunch of just same stuff we've been worried about, just on $100 million dollar level?
Man, listen, I'm the same. I don't have no problems with nobody getting their money.
I'm sick of James Harden. Dude.
I'm not mad at that. Those are the situations that make me mad. It's the situations like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. You just got to play. That's unfortunately, you can't get everything in life that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, you gotten so much that
right.
Like, at some point, bro, you just can't run everything. Like, I mean, that's disappointing because James is really a good dude, too. At the end of the day, he's cool. He's a good dude. Did a lot for Oklahoma City. So he's a great dude. Know his family and all that. But I hate that situation for him. But like I tell people, I don't know what
Whatever
Daryl
you
Morey
say.
told
Whatever
me.
you say.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time,
Yeah.
because I really feel that James took that lesser deal, thinking that's why he was taking it. Probably, I assume
'Cause you're gonna take care
Daryl
of me on
Morey
the other
told
side.
him sign this, take this lesser deal,
Yeah.
and then it'll make it where we can trade you easier because you're not making as much money.
Yeah.
He probably used that game, and he may have had no intentions or was gonna make it to where the deal gonna have to be so sweet. I ain't gonna have to get rid of James, and he gonna play anyway and like it. Now, if that happens as the player, I do understand you being upset, but at the end of the day, bro, you getting that 45, bro. Well, I think he signed for 35 now.
Man,
Get
deal
that
with
money,
that,
man.
man.
You got 300 mil, bro. You cool.
Deal with that,
Cool,
man.
yeah, for a little bit. I mean,
And what the, and shit happens, man. What they didn't know is Tyrese Maxey can come out here and give you 30.
well, I knew that. That's
they-
why it's not.
I mean, I don't know if did they bank on that happening?
I
Year
think
two,
they
year
knew how
three?
good. I think even last year they knew how good Tyrese Maxey was, but they've kind of held him back because James is there. They allowed James to have the ball all the time. If you remember, he was killing all the time. If James wasn't playing, he always balled,
Always
and
ate.
he started to ball with James.
As a player though, man, like James, that's supposed to be your young boy, right? That's supposed to be you supposed to take him under your ring and give him the game.
But
And-
I don't think James is a hater. I don't think he mad at Tyrese. He not jealous of him.
No, I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
think
but,
he
but,
even
but look,
cares. You
But
know
how
what I'm
you
saying?
acting right now? You can't mold me no more.
But let's face it, James has been who he is. James was that Spurs person. James liked to get out.
Yeah,
So that's been who he was since he was the Thunder.
yeah.
He's always did that. So I wouldn't even expect him to change that. Like, just when you're gonna deal with James Harden, that's what you're getting. That's just part of it. Now the thing is, James just can't go get that 40 every night like he used to.
Nah.
35 every night because he
Nah.
can stay out till 3 a.m. We see him. They take the pictures of TMZ. James Harden was at the strip club 5 a.m. James Harden go score 42 that night.
Right.
So it didn't matter.
Can't do that no more.
You can't do that no more. So at the end of it, his body, man, that body gonna let you know. And his body, hey, that kicking it, boy, hey, that body make you pay.
They come up on you, huh?
Man, hey, hey, that's a real life. It's hard to do that life, man. It's hard. That's why you got, you have the ones that's the elite, the truly special ones. That's why you don't really hear that, because to perform at that level every night for year after year, decade, hey man, you got to dedicate your life to that.
LeBron scored 21 the other night, and he still can do it, but just like we were talking about, he still can do it, but he's not high flying Miami LeBron no more. Well, at what point do you think, because LeBron averaging 20 is almost like an insult if he goes through a season like that?
That's what he's gonna be this year.
That's what it's gonna be.
He's begging Anthony Davis to take the team without begging him.
I'm glad you brought that up.
He's begging him to take it without.
He's
begging
playing
him.
less minutes.
He's taking
on purpose,
and at the end of the day, if you remember, the reason Bron was so successful, you could really put anybody out there because Bron could attack every time, bro.
Yeah.
The toll it takes on you to have to guard somebody and then attack every time, and everything the offense is created based on what you do with the
That's
ball.
rough, man.
Man, that's a lot of fouls. It's a lot of energy you got to exert. Like, bro, he's beating his body up. So he's really pacing himself to where he only know he got certain spurts in his body to where he can push his body to do that.
Yeah.
Like last night, they didn't want to go to 0-2. They 0-2. They in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, they already know they going to be in trouble. And they look like they in trouble right now. I don't like that team. People talking about the Lakers got a chance to make a run. I don't really like that team.
Is it just because Anthony Davis can't get it together?
Well,
isn't that
they're
the
not
main-
shooting the three as well either right now.
Okay.
Once they start shooting, they shooting like 17% right now.
Two
So
games
once you
in,
get
we'll
up to
see.
35,
Yeah.
they'll be better. But for them to be what they need to be, Anthony Davis has to be what he was in New Orleans or in the bubble. And I don't know if that guy exists anymore.
Right.
Bro.
Should we just stop wondering and
Yeah, I
asking?
think it is, because for the last 3 years we've been asking that. And he
Almost
had,
his whole career.
ever since he's left the bubble, he did it. I think, with the Pelicans, and they was a top 5 player every year. When he went to the bubble, he dominated. But since then, the bubble, I think the bubble helped everybody because it actually gave him a break. So he really got a rest for like a month and a half during the season.
Do you think that's
what gave them the push because it let Bron rest and get that rest.
Everybody could rest.
Even though he's training, man, it let his body recover.
Didn't have to travel.
Yeah, fully recover, and you didn't have to do nothing, and you was just locked in there.
So everybody was on that. Does that make it tougher or easier, you think? Everybody was locked in. Everybody was.
The dudes who was
rested.
Let's think about it. Most of them like to kick it.
Yeah.
Bro, they was probably in there just drinking and blowing. Because they couldn't do nothing.
Right.
They said they could smoke. The NBA started letting them smoke because they were just there. Like, bro, you got to imagine. James Harden was in the bubble. Now, how we know James, could you imagine what he was going? Bro was going through withdrawals probably.
Yeah.
Like the Clippers, that's why they said the Clippers didn't want to be there. Like, bro, they go out. Like, they in that thing. You can't go off the universal property.
So you think guys were around there miserable?
They were miserable, but they were able to get all their rest. They wasn't traveling. That's why that basketball was so good, though.
Right.
Because you getting your rest. You ain't got no going out. So if you ain't met nobody that works in there,
right,
you ain't got no action. So you either gambling, they doing a lot of gambling, drinking, smoking, and sleep.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all they doing.
That's all they was doing.
Yeah, and playing in that gym. You might as well be in the gym. You ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't no fans.
Yeah.
Well, remember everybody? What was it? They had big screens. Everybody's face on the
big screens, and then the second round. Remember they let the wives come. So remember they had the wives in the front row. That was it though. You had your immediate family in the second and third, and for the rest. But
that's crazy.
But that's why that basketball was at such a high level though, because they couldn't do nothing.
Locked in.
They was locked in, like they ain't had nothing to do. So you saw what the NBA can really be. And for me, I think the NBA is great right now. I enjoy that it's more guys that are talented. Like, yeah, they not necessarily great basketball players, but the skill of the players is better than it's ever been.
Where are you on the old school, new school thing? The some of these new school guys couldn't handle physicality in the old game. But I've always been, at least because I'm in this era, I respect the old school, but there wasn't no Giannis's back then.
No.
Wasn't no LeBrons back then.
Kevin Durant's.
Wasn't no Kevin Durant's back then. I mean, you had a George Gervin. George Gervin couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
He was at the going to the whole finger roller. I'm sorry, but Dr. J, I mean, it was cool, but listen, man.
He was not Kobe.
We 3 levels above that, man. Come on, man. So, I mean, the skill is out this world right now as far as what these guys can do of all sizes. So I'm guessing you kind of like Gilbert Arenas. You like, please, the skill level at this era is
the skill level is crazy. And to say, it's physical. Well, I mean, I'm sure if Steph had to lift more weights, if it was more physical, they lift more weights. They don't have to lift weights. I mean, they didn't. They changed the game.
And then the game is spread out. Everybody ain't congested right there in the paint.
And everybody's not in the lane.
Yeah.
So everybody now is spaced out because you got to go out there and guard him. Man, you watch an old school game, bro, it's about 13 threes being shot in the game.
Right.
Ain't nobody shooting threes but 1 or 2 players. Like, literally nobody shooting threes.
Yeah.
They throwing it in the post first. It was very deliberate.
Yeah.
But you had great players who could play one-on-one. Now, they give you more. It's just more space, and it's more creativity. But back when we played, even though there was guys that could handle like that, they didn't let you handle like that.
No.
Your coach did not. Coach Kelly didn't let y'all do that.
No, he did not.
Tiny Mo loved Tiny Mo. Tiny Mo did not get to do that when he was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do a little bit, bro. He's not going to let you show everybody. No, you coming out for that, bro.
Yeah.
That just, it don't matter if it worked.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't do that. That's just how we were coached back then.
Yeah.
Now, the game is just more creative. Guys are more open to letting guys just use their skill.
Former players like yourself that came out of that era, young coaches who were getting up in there. I graduated up in Kansas City, played against Earl Watson. He was a monster in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know Earl. I used to play against Earl when we were little. Him and Jerron Rush.
Them Rush brothers all 3 of them.
Yeah,
Jerron was running
Kareem,
the town.
Yeah,
Jerron, Kareem, and Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they was a problem. But tell me about that. Once you got to or play other guys, you brought it up a little bit earlier in the ABCD camp, but guys in other states, other pockets. When I lived in Kansas City, there was literally parks. There was sections of the town where there were parks. There was a goal on every corner.
Yeah.
And everybody could play.
Yeah.
And the high school scene was a lot grander than it was down here. Everybody could play, like you say, the Rush brothers, Teron Lou.
Yeah.
You know, he was from there. Earl Watson. It was a lot of
Young.
Coleon Young. He was talking about coming out of high school pro.
Early. See, we played against all them because Earl and Jerron is a year behind me. So our AAU teams used to play.
Yeah.
So I knew them all the time. We used to go to Kansas City and play. So I've been knowing them since they were little. We was little playing each other. So I always knew them. But that's the thing, man. It's like, and even though it's the same as now, man, it was just a lot of good players back then.
Yeah.
Bro, it's always been players in different states. You know, we get a bad rap in the Midwest just because it's a lot of smaller states, you know. Back then, now Oklahoma, hell, they tell me it's one of the top 20 states. I mean, top 20 cities. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, but you would have never thought that. Nobody would ever say, oh, boy, Oklahoma City. They don't be like, boy, they be like, boy. I still, to this day, hear, boy, talking about horses and all that.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I still hear them little jokes. Like, bro, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just always the dynamic, and it was always that we were football. Because we are, and we still are. Even though the Thunder has changed it a lot and brought more kids to basketball, that's why you have so many younger kids now at this age that are really good.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma basketball, high school basketball is phenomenal now, especially on the girls' side.
Yeah.
And I think the Thunder has helped that because now, I mean, the only thing it ever was, I think, for the youngsters, they thought was OU football.
Football, yeah. And that's how it is for a lot of states and cities who don't have pro franchises.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever the top college in that
That's
state, in that
is.
city, that's who's getting all the love.
That's what
football
it
or
is.
basketball.
Uh-huh.
You know
That's
what I'm
what it
saying?
is.
You know, you brought up Nebraska basketball. Nebraska football. That's all they got.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they've had
It ain't
forever.
no good, but they still hold on to
But they
that.
hold on to it.
They hold on to it.
You know, Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, Kansas,
you know, through
it's
the
basketball.
roof. Kansas basketball, exactly. So it's that's kind of just a side effect of those cities and states with no pro franchises. But you know, we got a little bit of both now.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
And that's why we've seen the level of play in basketball. That's why you see so many more basketball players coming out now. It's just because they play it so much because you're actually able to see pros.
Yeah. And
No matter what. Seeing a pro is different than seeing college. You know,
no
you go
doubt.
watch that.
No doubt.
You're seeing a whole different product. So more kids are gravitating to that now, and it's made it a lot better, and it's made Oklahoma better. And I know you asked me this about playing multiple sports.
Uh-huh.
This is also what I tell people. A lot of my friends coach youth football,
Mm-hmm.
and they like to try to make them specialize, and I always tell them. I say, well, the top 3 programs is Alabama, Michigan. It was Ohio State at this time because Urban Meyer was the coach.
Right.
And
About
Clemson, Dabo.
about to be Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's coming.
Right.
For sure. That's definitely coming. And those 4 elite programs, but all their coaches said they like kids that play multiple sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want them to play other things besides football. So I've always been trying to breed into people like, yo, play multiple sports.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about, yes, they know you, they want you to be good at their sport. They want to see, because basketball is the ultimate sport to find out what kind of athlete you have.
Yeah.
Because you do everything.
Everything.
You do everything you need to see. I mean, I've literally seen this happen. Football coach come in the gym. This happened to DeMarco Murray. I think it was DeMarco Murray in Vegas. Threw the ball off the wall. They were there. Oh, you was there to see somebody else. DeMarco Murray was there. Threw it off
Whatever
the
you
wall.
say.
Windmill. He was like a sophomore. Del Gundy said, I'll be back for him. You already know.
That's all I need to see.
That's all I need to see. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why you see coaches, Bob Stoops, you to see him every now and then. He'd be at a basketball game
Yeah.
watching the kid.
Yeah.
Because you can see everything you need to see. You know, you can see the feet, you can see the footwork,
Hand-eye
you know the
coordination.
explosion.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're getting. So that's just a great sport for him to play. So I especially like you get a big boy because lineman, bro, that's all you do.
Yeah.
Like
Moving
you
your feet.
pass protect, you a left tackle, bro. Football, basketball is your thing. You
Yeah.
ain't got to play. You can go to practice every day and shuffle.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all you need to do. Learn how to shuffle. So, and you know other sports, but I think it's just better because I think you can burn out on it if you put too much into it. And when you put a lot into it, bro, you want to reap them rewards. And sometimes you can be under the radar and you don't reap them rewards. You just get discouraged.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing, not to get discouraged, because especially in basketball, and we see it in football as well, but I can speak more on basketball. You know, it really doesn't matter. Like, they can find you no matter what. If you can play.
How many outlets is it now?
So many.
If you know, you got one and done, right? Can't go out of high school no more, so you got one and done. Let's say you get one and done, but you know, you don't get the draft spot you want, or you don't get picked up. G League, overseas.
Yeah.
If you want to get in the basketball tournament and break up $1 million,
yeah,
10 ways they can do that.
It's about minor league. They still got the ABA.
The
ABA is still play.
There's a lot of different.
But the ABA still play.
There's a lot of different alleys for a kid who doesn't, you know, and like Brandon Jennings.
Oklahoma has 2 pro teams. They have
do
one
that?
in Enid. They have one in Enid, and they have one in Shawnee.
I remember they were talking about knocking down Crossroads Mall, and they were going to talk about bringing
I don't know what they were building, but Shawnee has one. That's who Lindy Waters played for first, before he got to the Thunder. They picked him up out of there.
I do remember that.
Yeah, like for they were called Potawatomi, but they were in Shawnee.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a team. And Enid has a minor league team. So
there's so many
levels of basketball, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, so you know, you ain't got to give up that. And then if you put that work in the right situation, hey, they'll find you.
What about the 6'4" and under guys, man? Listen, Wembanyama, and we already see with KD, and you saw what Porzingis is doing out there at Boston. Listen, man, give us 5 more years. It's gonna be a 6-8 and up league.
Oh, what's that?
You know what I'm saying?
We'll turn it into that now.
Yeah. But here's one thing I'm gonna say though. It ain't the best basketball to watch as far as aesthetics.
No.
Watching a 7-footer crossover and do step back threes, that really ain't. That's not. If you can hit it, cool. But if every team is going to have 2 of those on the floor, I don't know, man. I don't really like that. I'm not going to be eager to watch that type of basketball.
I understand, man. Like I tell people, I love people who love old school basketball when they watch new age basketball.
Yeah, man.
Because them boys, you'll be watching that game and it'll be 10 straight possessions, number 3.
Number 3. I'm watching Wembanyama the other day. He wouldn't touch the paint.
Yeah, it's 3 straight, 10 straight. Like literally,
he wouldn't touch the
paint.
They
go back and forth 10 times and nobody shot a 2 yet.
I'm like 7'5". You ain't gonna sniff the paint,
yeah,
huh? Come on, man.
My partners, I just laugh because they be on. Man, they hate watching it.
It's hard to watch,
man. Come on, man.
It's tough to watch, man.
Like ain't nobody shooting no layup.
I can't lie, man. It's like sometimes NBA just background noise. I'm not really watching this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I watch players, man. I don't really watch. I like my players. I like to see Steph every night. I like KD. I like guards. So I'm gonna.
It's a guard game.
So Steph, the Devin Bookers, stuff like that's who I'm gonna watch. Like KD, I'm gonna watch. I still rock with Russ. I'll watch Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I've never been really a Brian guy, just because I've never been. Whenever I played, I was never gonna be LeBron.
Whatever you
I
say.
wasn't a person that was gonna power through you and get anything.
Yeah.
So I like guys that just shoot the basketball. So the Dames and that's what I want to see. Clay,
Dame crazy, bro.
Things like that. So those are my favorite guys to watch. So for me, I get that entertainment because that's what I want to see. I want to see Steph pop-popping and then hit that tray ball. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. So that's what I want to see. So for me, it's an exciting time. It's just more guys that can do it. And like you say, it's just the 7-footer now, that's just a part of basketball that they're going to be able to shoot threes. Now we don't want them to live out there. And that's the thing.
I mean, like
they
I say,
just get so comfortable, and it's like a person that didn't know how to shoot, and you teach them how to shoot, and they learn how. They never want to do whatever they could do before because they know how to shoot now.
And like you said, when we were coming up, you wouldn't even think about our postman.
Yeah,
wouldn't think about shooting.
Yeah, you ain't shooting no tray, no
three.
jumpers. No, you ain't.
You know what I mean? And now listen, if you can shoot that, I get that. But I remember it started for me when Rashard Lewis, because I was a Seattle Seahawks Supersonics fan. Rashard Lewis, all he would do was shoot jump shots.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
he played with my boy Mace, Desmond Mason.
He did.
That was your favorite time. Yeah, that was right that time.
I love the Sonics. I'm going back to Peyton and Kemp and them. But
Desmond played with. I actually met GP. Kemp wasn't there. GP was still there. I was in Desmond's wedding. GP came to the wedding. That was like his rookie year, and I met GP.
Man, you gotta get Desmond up in here, man.
Yeah, GP is GP. Now you talking about that was the first dude that I ever seen that was just that had that kind of money. GP was crazy. Oh man, Gary Payton.
That was your first star encounter.
Where truly where you had to see. Oh,
he breaking bread.
Oh my.
Where at Desmond's wedding,
bro, he just
did it up for him.
Oh man, he do it big, and then when he talked, like he would literally. And Desmond used to just tell the stories about him. He'd be like, "Man, you be talking about a car, be like, yeah, I want this whoop whoop." He said, "Man, G might pull up in it the next day on you."
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what you was talking about. Yeah, I got one of them. He's like, man, you couldn't even tell. You wouldn't even say nothing to G. You had to keep everything quiet because he'd just get it. He'd get it. So
oh, you talking about one of these?
Yeah. That's how he was. Yeah. That's how he was. G crazy, man. He was so cool. He loved me because I talked. Yeah. So he loved me. He loved me. Boy, we had a blast.
Now I like watching him on the big three.
Oh yeah.
He be wilding.
Oh yeah.
He be wilding on that motherfucker. But nah, Gary Payton he looked like a lot of fun. Listen, one of my favorite rappers is E40. So
come on now.
Once E40, I see you hanging out with E40.
Yeah.
I said, oh man, Gary Payton, that's what's happening.
Oh yeah, easy.
And he from Oakland, so I was like, that's what's happening. But I love the Sonics back then. But yeah, Rashard Lewis used to piss me off because I was like, nigga, do you know you 6'10"?
Yeah, is that all you was there too.
Is that all you
Rashad
do?
was in the wedding too because him and Mace were rookies together. So
yeah,
they got real close. Rashad was, but he had a Jimmy though.
He had a shot.
Jimmy though.
But come on, man.
Yeah, he had a Jimmy though.
But I that was kind of the beginning of, I was like, damn, big man really.
They started.
They
was
starting
to
step out a little bit.
But it didn't get. Then you had a couple that did it. But then it's just now everybody's doing it, and the problem is everybody's doing it, but everybody really can't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where.
How many dudes are doing it just to add 5 years on their career?
Oh, a lot of them.
You feel me?
Brian shoots 10 threes a game now.
But Brian is solidified though. He put his work in.
Yeah.
But how many did he do?
But that's why he's shooting 10 threes a game.
But not that they think they
whatever
can
you
shoot,
say.
but
Whatever you say.
the physicality is. I ain't doing that.
No, I don't think it's that's just scared of it. I mean, because you can't even get hit like that. I mean, if they hit you hard, they gonna get suspended. So it's not gonna be any physicality a part of it. So I don't think any of them do that. But I think if the game got more physical, I mean, look at them, bro. You think them dudes is gunned up? You don't think them dudes could really get physical?
Yeah,
bro. Them boys, you see how they looking? It ain't no bones out there, bro. Them boys look pretty nice now. It's a lot of big boys in there that's nice and yoked up. So to say they couldn't be physical, no, that's just not how we're playing now. Anybody would adjust to however it is. I would love to see in that era when they wasn't tackling each other. I don't think that was basketball, but a lot of old schools think that's basketball, bro. They was grabbing people out the earth, slamming them on the ground.
Right.
That's not basketball.
That's not ball.
That's football. That's wrestling.
Yeah.
That's not. So how is that? So how do we compare error in the fouling? We comparing how hard you foul?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who wanted to see somebody grabbed out the earth? Not me. Well, I'm being a hooper. Man, please don't do me like that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't undercut me like that.
Yeah, don't do none of that to me. So, that's where it's always the old school, physical. What are we saying physical? Mm-hmm. Are we talking about the fouling?
Yeah.
Because that's what it really was. They was literally able to take each other out. Yeah, it was some great players, though. But, I mean, they was playing football, too.
You Jordan LeBron.
Jordan.
I'm
Jordan, Kobe,
that was our era. Jordan, Kobe, then Bron.
Yeah.
Kobe. Yeah. I mean, Kobe and Jordan. I mean, that's them
is just my favorite people. You
101A.
Bron may be the best, but I would prefer to watch those other two first.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
know what I'm saying? I'm not going. You can't knock what Bron's done, and what kind of person he's been on and off the floor. Man, you can only admire that, and shit, have admiration for yours to want to be like that one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all he's accomplishing and the way he's carried himself, bro. You just don't see many guys like that. we've been fortunate enough to see too, where we had Mike and we've had LeBron that guys are truly role models that haven't done anything that really messed it up.
Right.
Most guys, that by now, man, you'd hear something. There would be something
coming out, huh?
23 years, we've never heard nothing on Bron, bro. Like he's never had any side, of course, somebody, he was looking at somebody DM, man, I ain't trying to hear all that, whatever. All that, but nothing major to where it affects anything about him, bro.
And his wife is top 5. Can we give her that?
Savannah growing on you.
Hey, boy. Every time I see her, she and father, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, man.
Yeah, so.
And it don't look, it looks, she got a good doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't looking crazy.
Man, she might not even need no doctor, bro. You ain't got no stress since 18, man. She been working out. She ain't had to work.
She been chilling.
Yeah,
she been chilling.
She been chilling. Boy, that might be all her. For real.
Hey, it don't look, tampered with too bad,
No.
But nah, the life of LeBron just keep getting better and better, man.
Don't get better.
We'll see what Lil Bron can do, man. Man, listen, we know he had his what do you call that? Was it officially heart whatever he it wasn't a murmur, but whatever it was.
I'm surprised they say he's gonna come back and play, bro. I'm surprised he's gonna play this year.
I was thinking like with LeBron, like would you sit him out a year? Just to
there's no way.
Half a year, maybe comes it through half the season.
Whatever you say.
I'm shocked that he's I don't know if he's practicing, but I know they said he's gonna play this year. I was kind of surprised at that, but I also know LeBron and being who he is and the doctors that he has access to, I don't think he would put him in harm's way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't think LeBron could live with be playing in Miami and something happened at SC in LA and he can't get there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he would even put himself through that because he'd be too worried about what's going on with that.
Right.
So I think once they let him out there, it's cool, but it's just scary because nobody's ever really did it this fast. Because that was just
quick
months ago that happened, and they've already saying that he's healthy and he's gonna play this year. So prayers to him, man. That it's just happening more and more where kids have that.
What is that? You noticed that?
It's I forgot what it is, but it's more and more kids, and you have to get the right type of physical for them to catch it. And most of the time, they don't catch it till after this happens.
Kind of like DeMar Hamlin.
Yes, or something like that. So it's just a thing where of course they go get you go get school physicals. They don't check you like that, for them to find out. So unless you go to a real doctor, how many parents are thinking, man, you need to get my doctor. I need you to fully check my son. I need to check his heart.
Everything.
You just don't do that. So that was truly a scare for that family, but I don't think they would even put him in harm's way if they thought he wouldn't be straight.
Yeah. For you as a player, and I know, you make to the NBA, but I know you've been to some good runs with these dudes. Who was that toughest guy to do work with?
Any dude you play that's in the league, they always just any mistake, they make you pay. Even a dude you say can't shoot, for a regular dude, he can shoot. Yeah. Like he just you ain't leaving him open. It's just they do everything that I can do. It's just they may do it on a different level. Now it's been some that I could outplay, and I truly think I could. But it's just the toughest was Chauncey.
Chauncey
Billups. Because Chauncey was so strong.
Right.
He just put his body on you. Couldn't do nothing.
It's like every point guard is yoked up now.
Yeah, he put his body on. He put that shoulder on you, bro. I was little. I couldn't do nothing. But the first best. Kobe, though, even when we was in ABC, when we were 17 years old, bro, he played just like he played in the NBA.
Kobe was that nice at 17?
17 years, but he played the exact same way.
As far as tenacity, how hard he played.
The same way his game, he just got better to where he was
he be triple team and still shoot it.
Oh yeah, and might not even shoot it. Might get by y'all and dunk it. Yeah. Oh man, bro.
He was nasty.
Oh, he was nasty. Averaging triple double at camp, bro. It was some.
Whatever you say.
After I saw him, the funny thing is, I remember we were on the plane going to ABCD. It was in Teaneck, New Jersey. On the plane, I just had a back. They had Sports Illustrated in the back of this one.
Right.
I'm reading through the magazine. It's about a dude named Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I ain't got no clue who Kobe is.
Yeah.
What's up? I read the whole article about him. Cool. We get there. Talking, he do something. I'm like, damn, who is that?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's Kobe Bryant. You don't know Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
I ain't got no clue who's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He like, boy, would he get to talking? Because he was from Philly too.
Uh-huh.
His name was Michael Jordan. The dude's name was Michael Jordan. He went to Penn. He was cold too.
Okay.
Michael Jordan. He was cold. Penn, about 5'11", 6 foot, but he was nice. He ended up going to Ivy League school. He was telling me, I'm like, oh, okay. Whoop de whoop. I play. So I was just watching. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
This motherfucker like Mike. Like,
Yeah.
bro. Ooh. So I remember I played against him. I got me some buckets. I never forget. I truly think that's when I went at it with him, that's when I got some East Coast schools to start hollering at me. That's when UConn really got on me. They had called me before, but then they started just blowing me up like they was on me. Like, offered me a scholarship as soon as I got home, everything. So that's when my shit really turned up. But with him, bro, it was so crazy. When I got home, I told my mom and my brother, I was like, y'all, I just saw the next Mike. I told them that. Like, bro, I saw him. I'm telling you. I'm like, I told everybody, my teammates, bro, I saw the next Mike. I'm like, watch. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, ain't no way. This one here, he got it. Bro,
and was he already 6'6"?
Yeah.
6'7"?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Walk like Mike. He was doing the same things, bro. Everything he was doing as a rookie, he was doing that when he was 17, acting the same. And like I say, he did the same stuff. He just, once he got older, he was just addicted to it, bro, that lab. He just got so much better, but he was doing the same things. It was crazy. It's crazy to watch it like, man, he was doing that at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that boy there, he was a beast. I ain't seen nothing like that before. Yeah, he was the one where I was like, oh, yeah. Whoa.
I thought it was kind of crazy, even though he's a great player. I loved watching him. I thought it was kind of crazy when folks started to say Devin Booker was going to be the next Kobe. I was like, nah. Slow down. Remember Stephen A. Remember some of those guys. I was like, nah. He ain't the athlete that Kobe was.
Yeah, the thing is that you got Kobe was that super duper athlete too, though. So you can't really say it's hard to put Book now. Book is a scoring machine, and he's scoring a different way from Cole, because Book
he got his footwork. He got his
he do. And he Cole work with him like he do have a lot. He got some Cole.
He got his mid range.
He a mid range fiend. Kobe started shooting a lot of threes. D Book don't.
Yeah.
He truly stays in his mid range. So he do got some Kobe in him, but just like every dude Kobe worked with, it's always nah, man, not too many like that.
Quite.
Like I understand what you're saying, but it ain't that.
It
ain't that.
Not really. Joe, I appreciate it, man. We can sit here and do this all day, talk about a little ball. As we are, 2 games? I think this will be the third game in NBA season tonight. By the time I edit this show and get it out there, who knows? We'll be, 10, 12 games in. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll figure it out, man. But I appreciate the time. And the lab with the great Joe Adkins. Get your son, get your daughter, get yourself in the camp, in the academy, because my man said he'll work you out too. He'll do some cardio with you.
Yeah, we get that cardio in. Come on, holler at your boy.
You on the eating right kick too?
Man,
whatever you say.
I try.
You vegan? You doing all that stuff too?
I ain't went that far. Listen, man.
Just cut back on the soda. That's first step.
That's
stuff
the first.
Like that.
I just drink a lot of water. That's my first step. I drink a lot of water. I ate me some sea mouse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm trying, man. I'm a work in progress right now, man. I love my food. I love my meat, man. So I don't know if I can go vegan. I always say I'm gonna try it, but it just be like, man, I just can't imagine.
Once you start telling me what I can't eat, that's when it's like, wow, you can't eat nothing.
Man, it's hard when you tell me that stuff, man. It's hard on me, bro.
So give the folks your social media handles again so they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, you can
let them know when the lab is cracking.
You can look me up on Facebook, Joe Adkins, Adkins. You can look me up. You can get in my inbox, holler at me if you have any questions. On Twitter, Joe835. You know, I'm not even a social media person. So,
right.
you know, only time I go on social media, I'm just talking about OU. I'm clowning. That's what I go on there for. It's strictly for that. That's the only thing you get out of me on there. So
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I really hadn't used it before. So now I got to get up on my game because I don't even be.
This when you're going to need your kids, man.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
This when you need kids, nieces and nephews.
So it's just like, all right, well, yeah. So now, you can look me up on those too. I had some more for you at a later date. But yeah, holler at me. Come to that lab, the lab, Joe Atkins Shooting Academy. Get at me.
No doubt about it. That is the great Joe Atkins. Always a John Marshall Bear. Always an Old State Cowboy.
No doubt.
All right. And he just stopped through the Whatever You Say podcast. And I appreciate you, Joe. One more time for our sponsors out there, Sebo Auto. If you know, you know, huh? The finest in all your infused goods and all that. And, of course, Covington Heat and Air, the best in your local heat and air unit care. All right? Give them a call and tell them the Whatever You Say podcast sent you. They may want to hook you up with a little discount. I don't know. Get at them and find out. All right? But until next time, check us out on social media. Check us out on YouTube, on all your streaming sites. And tell a friend to tell a friend. All right? Ivory Towns, I'm out of here. Whatever You Say podcast with Joe Atkins. That'll be good.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
I don't think it's white folks. I think it's Negroes. I do not think this is white folks. It could be. It could be white folks. But I think it's Negro. I think a Negro did this.